Today, I'm going to show you how in just a few steps, you can get all of your Amazon listings on TikTok Shop, find and contact influencers to promote your TikTok products, and even have all your orders fulfilled by Amazon. How cool is that? Pretty cool, I think. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Serious Sellers Podcast by Helium 10. I'm your host, Bradley Sutton, and this is the show that's completely BS-free, unscripted, and unrehearsed, organic conversation about serious strategies for serious sellers of any level in the e-commerce world. And today we've got another in our series of seller strategy masterclasses. This is where we deep dive into a set of Helium 10 tools, not just to show you how to use a tool, but every single kind of like step that we go through is designed to make you money. And that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. We don't make features and tools and different things here at Helium 10 just to, for the fun of it or just to occupy our time. Every single thing we do is designed to make you money. And one of the best ways to make money in 2025, 2026, especially if you're already selling on Amazon, is expanding to TikTok Shop because you've got the products already. And so, it's just a no-brainer to start selling on that platform where a lot of sellers, profit margins sometimes are even greater than what they are on Amazon. So it's a great way to help your bottom line in most cases. Maybe not all, but we're going to talk about that as well. So let's go ahead and hop into it. The way we do these seller strategy masterclasses is I'll give like a question at the beginning of what we're going to be accomplishing, and then 5 minutes or less, I'll try and answer that question for you. How to learn the A to Z about selling on TikTok Shop. So let's say you haven't really considered selling on TikTok Shop. You're like, all right, before I get into it, let me understand how to sign up for TikTok Shop. How do I do product research? Is there keyword research? How do I optimize listings? How do I do advertising? What role do influencers play? It's a new platform. How do I learn how to sell on it? Because I'm used to Amazon or maybe other platforms. Let me show you guys. If you're listening to this and you are a Helium 10 member, I guarantee you have access to this. This is not something that's like only for elite members or only for diamond members or only for even platinum members. Even if you have our starter plan that starts at $39 a month, which is our educational plan, you have full access to our TikTok training course. How do you get to there? Take a look. Just hit your top menu in Helium 10 and under learning, there might be a section by the time you watch this called TikTok training. But for now, you can just hit Freedom Ticket. And once you hit Freedom Ticket, you will end up right here on our Freedom Ticket page. Just scroll down and you will see our TikTok training course. All right, hit that. And there's going to be about 15 different modules here that is filmed with both myself and also representatives from TikTok Shop and also 7-figure TikTok Shop sellers, just regular guys who are just crushing it. There's one guy in there, Jared, who you might have heard on the podcast recently. He's really big on TikTok Shop Live, and he's going to talk all about that. As Amazon sellers, maybe you're not really used to live selling, but that's kind of an important aspect of selling on TikTok. So number one, if you just want to get an overview of the whole thing, you could probably knock out that course, especially at like 2x speed, maybe in like, 2 hours maximum. So it's worth it to just dive in there, binge watch our TikTok training class, go through all 17, 18 modules, however many are there by the time you're watching this. And it's going to give you a good idea about, are you ready for TikTok Shop? But let me just tell you right now, if you're selling in Amazon USA, I would say 9 times out of 10, unless you're like doing adult products or some product that's like somehow allowed on Amazon, but not on TikTok, 9 times out of 10, if not 19 out of 20, the answer is yes, you absolutely should be selling on TikTok Shop. So hop into that course, learn the A to Z, and then come back here to these videos to get the next strategy. How to check TikTok Shop profitability of your Amazon products. All right. So now you know about TikTok Shop. You're like, hey, I think this is a good idea. But, there are some cases where it might not be profitable on different platforms. You've probably learned that with like Walmart or Shopify or other platforms, depending on the size of the product, depending on the weight and shipping and things like that. So if you want to know how much money could you potentially make with your products from Amazon, let me show you how to do that. All right, it's super easy. You just want to go to any of your listings that you're curious about on Amazon. All right, so here I've got the Manny's Mysterious Oddities Coffin Shelf. Then you hit the Helium 10 Chrome extension and then hit the profitability calculator. Now, the regular profitability calculator is, obviously going to show you the profitability on Amazon. But what you're going to see is at the very top of that, there's a tab. So hit the TikTok shop tab, and we import all of the information from your Amazon listings, like the size, the retail price. So like, we're just going to assume that's going to be the same retail price. You can obviously change that if you think you're going to have your product a little bit more or less on TikTok. And we take what their size tiers are. And then basically you are going to put in some categories that you probably don't do on Amazon. Like, for example, affiliate commission rate. Are you going to be offering your products to affiliates for a commission so that they can sell it? Well, are you going to do 10%, 15%? Go ahead and put that in. Obviously put your unit manufacturing costs and your freight costs to get it to wherever you're going to ship it from, whether that's going to be Amazon or whether that's your own warehouse. And then you're going to see that there's 3 different categories of fulfillment on TikTok. There's FBT, fulfilled by TikTok. That's kind of like FBA. There's MCF, that's multi-channel fulfillment. That's using Amazon. We're going to show you how to do that later. And there's also self-ship. Like maybe you have your own like stamps.com or ShipStation or something like that. So depending on that, you are going to be able to put what your fulfillment costs are. And then, you might want to put like a variable fee, such as, other costs, like say, you know what, I'm going to dedicate 10% of what I sell is going to go to like my affiliate commission or something like that. But basically stick all this information in, and then you are going to get what your potential profit might be on TikTok shop. And like I said before, usually your profitability is going to be pretty good on TikTok shop. But if you're curious about what it is, run this really quick on any of your listings on Amazon, just to make sure that there's nothing like weird about the certain category that you're wanting to sell in. How to connect your TikTok shop token to Helium 10. This is the next strategy we're going to talk about, because this is really going to save you hours and hours, potentially tens of hours of time. When you're thinking about selling on other platforms, what did you have to do? Like for Walmart, you probably had to find your directory of all your images, right? You had to go take your Amazon listing, change it to Walmart best practices, do some keyword research on Walmart, and one by one doing that, then download the images, upload the images. It was a hassle, probably took a long time. What if I told you on TikTok shop, as long as you've got Amazon listings active, you could actually create your TikTok shop listings in seconds? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that in a couple of minutes here. But first, there's a step you have to take, which is connecting your TikTok shop token to your Helium 10 account so that we can import your Amazon listings. All right, the way you can do that, and by the way, we just updated it. If you have got the Diamond account with Helium 10, almost all these tools, other than the ones I've shown so far, are all for Diamond and above. And trust me, guys, you are going to make a lot more money than what the Diamond account costs just by selling on this platform. You're going to want to go ahead and hit your name up here on the top right of your Helium 10 screen, and then you are going to want to hit connections. Now, once you do that, you'll see I already have my TikTok shop token connected, but let's say you didn't. You're going to want to hit add another seller account. Once you do that, you're going to want to select TikTok and then hit next. Hit North America, because that's what we are solely doing right now, and then hit initiate in Seller Center. What's going to happen after that? You have to select the TikTok US marketplace again, and then hit go to TikTok, and then it's going to open up another sub window. Now, you already need to be signed in to your TikTok shop account. So obviously you already have to have your TikTok account ready before you get to this step. So sign in on your TikTok shop account in like another window in your browser, and then hit that button, and then just go through, there's like 3 or 4 steps more that it's going to show you. And that is what's going to connect your TikTok shop account to your Helium 10 account. So now we're going to be able to provide that bridge to take your Amazon listings and migrate them to TikTok shop. If you have any trouble with this, these steps here, reach out to customer service. This literally takes maybe 60 seconds, maybe 120 seconds, and you will be good to go. Now, one quick thing though is, let's say you already had TikTok shop active on that marketplace, and you've got tons of products already on Amazon. You don't need Helium 10 to help you migrate. You still got to take this step because I'm going to show you something in a little bit that shows how you can like start fulfilling the orders through MCF. But if you already have your TikTok Shop products, and you don't need to create the listings. One thing I would suggest to you guys to skip to, and I'm going to have a strategy about this in a couple minutes, is hit the manage products mapping. This is going to be on your connections page, and this allows you to map your TikTok Shop products to your Amazon SKUs. All right. If you just started your TikTok Shop and you don't have any products yet, you need Helium 10 to help with that, nothing is going to show up here. But if you already have TikTok Shop products, you'll see all of that here. And make sure to check the strategy in a couple minutes where I'm going to show you how to map this. So, all right, now you've got your TikTok Shop account connected to Helium 10. We'll see you in the next strategy. How to convert your Amazon listings in seconds to TikTok Shop. All right, so you've got your Amazon account connected to Helium 10. You've got your TikTok Shop account connected to Helium 10. Now, this is how you can basically set this bridge so that you can, with the snap of a finger, you can get all of your images and all of your, copy. And when I say copy, we're not just copying your listing from Amazon to TikTok Shop. There's like, for example, no bullet points on TikTok Shop. The structure of the description is not really there. Like, it's different. It looks different. The structure of a listing is different on TikTok Shop than it is on Amazon. So we, with AI, are able to shorten your titles because TikTok Shop wants shorter titles. We're able to take your bullet points and convert that into kind of like fake bullet points inside of a full text box, which is what TikTok Shop has, as opposed to separate fields for the bullet points. How can you do that in seconds? Let's hop into the tool. All right, you are going to want to hit the tools menu and then hit the tool listing converter. Once you have done that, there's going to be a few questions here. It's like fulfillment type. Which type do you want to import your inventory number from? Now, later on, if you're going to use the multi-channel fulfillment, this might be overridden, but I would suggest just going ahead and putting FBA if you're going to be using MCF later, or you can select FBM, fulfilled by merchant, if you want to go ahead and ship it yourself if you've got your inventory like in your own warehouse or house. Next up, you'll see this product compliance section. 99% of you guys are going to select no for all of these. It's like, there's California Prop 65. It asks you, is this a flammable liquid? Is this dangerous goods? Like most of you guys should have no for all of these things. But these are required fields that you have to have for TikTok Shop listings. So just make sure you answer each of them. At the bottom here, there's two options under automatically submit for publishing. So if you're doing like 40 or 50 listings at once, I would suggest doing yes, submit, and enable. But if you're like, you know what, I don't trust Helium 10, or I want to review whatever listing Helium 10 made in TikTok before it goes live on TikTok, you're going to want to select the migrate only for review. All right. But for me, I already know that Helium 10 makes rock solid TikTok Shop listings. So I'm just going to select yes, submit, and enable so that as soon as I hit the button, pretty much in seconds, all my listings are going to go to TikTok Shop. Once you've selected which one you want, go ahead and hit next step. Now here, all of your Amazon listings are going to show up. You can if you've got hundreds or thousands of listings, there's filters here that can help you filter by the ASIN or filter by SKU or title or category. But basically I can do one at a time, or I can do multiple ones. That's where the magic happens. Where I'm going to migrate my Amazon listing right to TikTok. So I would just let me just select this macrame stuffed animal hammock, and I'm going to go ahead and hit bulk convert. And boom goes the dynamite. It's done, guys. It was that easy. It says we're syncing your listings now. So now I can go to review conversion status. And then this is going to tell me the status of my new listing I just tried to migrate. And it says here, it's pending right now. The other ones I have done previously are all live. If I want to see it in TikTok Seller Center, I would just go ahead and hit this TikTok icon on the right-hand side. If I wanted to go ahead and edit the price or the quantity of the inventory, I have ways I can do that right here. And this also shows me what my conversion usage is. I believe in the beta, you can only do like 100 listings, but I think soon it's going to be like, increase to like 500. If it still says 100 for you, just reach out to customer support and they'll help you get that fixed. There's a customize button here if I wanted to change any of the columns that I'm looking at. Now, if I had something weird go on a listing, like maybe there was a field that Amazon didn't have that TikTok needed, it would be under this failed. It would give me a button or a kind of like icon that said failed. If I wanted to filter it out, I would just hit the word failed, and right here, all of the failed listings that weren't able to be converted are going to show up right here. So there you have it, guys. Remember that one I just did like 2 minutes ago, that macrame stuffed hammock? It is already live. Like I said, it only takes seconds to do this. It is already live on TikTok Shop. You know what? Let's go ahead and click this and take a look at how it looks in TikTok Seller Center. So I'm going to hit this TikTok listing here, and now there, boom, it is. There it is right there, live. Helium 10 made it, says a good listing, 11 quantity. Here is the listing as it looks on TikTok Shop. It is ready to go, like I said, in seconds. So now, guys, in this first 20 minutes here, we have really taken you on a ride here. You've learned about TikTok Shop. You've checked their profitability, you've connected your token, and now in seconds, you have now migrated all of your listings into TikTok Shop from Amazon. Doing that does not automatically mean sales. We'll see you in the next strategy so that you know what the next step is.
Thinking about selling on TikTok Shop? Or maybe you are already in it and you're ready to scale. Unlock all of Helium 10's brand new TikTok Shop tools with our Diamond Plan. Everything from bulk Amazon to TikTok listing conversions to instant Amazon MCF fulfillment. Best of all, you use the code TT10 to get 10% off Diamond for 6 months, even if you've used a coupon before. So go ahead and upgrade and let Helium 10 do all the heavy lifting for you, so you can focus on what really matters. For more info on our new TikTok Shop offerings, visit h10.me/TikTok. I'll see you there.
How to find and send messages to TikTok influencers. On Amazon, the name of the game is SEO, keyword SEO, to be visible. And then right after that is what? Advertising, right? You got to have the right keywords in your listing on Amazon. Then you got to advertise for those keywords, get at the top of search so that you can be seen. That's not the biggest source of sales or even a big source of sales on TikTok Shop. One of the biggest sources of sales is people finding your products by looking at other people who have made videos that link to your products. We call these, TikTok Shop calls them creators. All right. We call them influencers. You might have your own word for it, but you have got to reach out to tens, maybe even hundreds of influencers, offer free products to them to see if they will go ahead and make a video about your product and then receive commission. I'm not going to go too much into detail about that in this. In our TikTok training, we have multiple modules in there that tell you a little bit more about the concept. But that being said, the question comes up, how do you find influencers who are relevant to your niche? And how do you bulk reach out? You're kind of limited on doing it at TikTok Shop. And that's why there's a lot of TikTok Shop sellers who are paying $100, $200, $300, or even more to use other softwares that can help bulk message these influencers and try and find them in bulk. Well, guess what, guys? That was one of the top things that was asked from Helium 10. So right here, let us hop into the TikTok Influencer Finder, and I'm going to show you how to find influencers and reach out to them in bulk. So the Influencer Finder is right here under the Marketing tab. If you get in there and you only see Amazon, you might not have access to this. This is again for Diamond users only. Hit the TikTok icon. If you want to switch to our Amazon Influencer Finder, you can just hit Amazon right here. Now, what are some ways in which you can find relevant influencers for you? Like, for example, you guys know I sell coffin shelves and little spooky stuff. So maybe I want to find somebody who's got like those spooky kind of vibes. Like maybe they've got like dark makeup and they've made videos for other, companies that have to do with like spooky things. So I'm going to go ahead and put the word goth right here under the search bar. And let's go ahead and press enter. And then maybe I want to narrow it down to people who have done products for certain. Maybe I want to narrow it down to people who have done products for certain categories. Maybe I'm like, you know what? I only want somebody who's got at least 1 million followers. I don't suggest doing that, guys, unless you're a humongous company. But you have a filter here where I can filter out like the reach of these influencers. I could filter out age, the main gender of their followers. Here's something unique: the average shoppable video views. All right, so if they're making shoppable videos and they only get like 5 views for video, maybe I want to like kind of like not, consider them to offer a free product because I know they're not going to have a lot of reach. So I could say, you know what, show me only influencers where of the videos that they made that's shoppable, they've got an average of at least, 100 views on it, right? The shoppable video engagement rate. All right. So the people who watch their videos, what percentage of them engage? I can play around with this little metric here. Do I want somebody who does live videos? All right. If so, what is their average number of views for their lives? I can actually filter that out. What is their live engagement rate? All right. The one that I like to do is their GMV. All right. What is the revenue that they have generated for other TikTok shop sellers? So like, for example, I'm just going to go ahead and say, you know what? I need somebody who's done at least $1,000 or even, $10,000 and up, have generated on TikTok shop. How many products have they promoted? Like, are they brand new? Have they only like made products or videos for like 3 or 4 products? I can put a minimum number or a maximum here. How many items have they sold? What's their average commission rate? If these guys are like always trying to get like 30% commission, I know I can only afford 10. I might be like, you know what? I don't want to consider that person because they'll probably be too greedy and they wouldn't even want to take my product, right? So these are all things that I can do. And then you would hit apply on these filters. And here I've got like 9. All right. So I did it kind of a little bit kind of narrow. And I look here, I see geeky gothic gamer girl. All right. Like just looking at her thumbnail, she already looks a little bit like in my niche. So if I click that, it's going to open up TikTok. And now I can see like just really quick, like what kind of videos she's made. I'm like, she's definitely in my niche. And I can see she's doing some spooky videos here. You know what? I think I want to, consider her for it. Scrolling down here, I see another person. Look at this. Her name is Mariah. Let me look at her page. And yeah, like she is definitely in my niche. Like I'm looking at her. I'm like, her audience definitely would be kind of like exactly in my space. So I'm just going to go ahead and select her. We'll go ahead and select this gothic person. And, like you would, under normal circumstances, maybe spend 20, 30, 45 minutes or more going down these rabbit trails for people who you think are relevant to your niche. All right. So once you've done that, you've selected maybe 20 or 30 or 40 or whatever. You want to hit the button bulk invite, or you want to add to your influencer list that you want to kind of like save. What are the columns here? This is the bio that shows up for them on TikTok, the category of the products that they've promoted before, their average shoppable video views, and shoppable video engagement rate. Basically, all of those things that you could have put filters in, it'll show you their number. Like one of these people here, their average buyer spend is $45. Wow, that's great. And right here, I'm now going to be able to like make, what am I inviting them for? Like which product or products am I offering them? So I'll go ahead and add my coffin shelf here, both of, and my bath mat. All right, I'll choose that. And what is my commission that I'm going to offer them? Like I would suggest minimum 10. So I can just go ahead and put like here, I'm going to give them 12% here, 12% on this other bath mat. And then am I offering free samples? Yes, I am. So I'm going to say yes right here. And then I select auto approve requests or manually review requests. So do I want to, like, if they say, yes, I'm interested in your product, do I want to 1-by-1 approve it? Or do I just want to say, you know what? If they say yes, I already vetted them, I want to go ahead and ship them a new product. All right. So I'm going to hit auto approve request. And then I'm going to hit next. And then right here, I'm going to need to make my invitation name. All right. So what is this invitation going to be called? I'll be like, this is a spooky accessories giveaway. Did I spell that right? I don't even know if I spelled that right. I'll have to do that again. When is this valid until? So you put when you want it to go until. I'll go ahead and put this until September 30th. What is my email address? And then right here, I can write a message. And so I'm going to say, hey, I want this to be friendly, short, 50 words, product info integration. Yes. And then so I'm going to go ahead and hit write. And now watch, AI is saying, hey, influencer's name, we'd love to collaborate with you on promoting Manny's Mysterious Oddities, our black coffin shelf set, and bath mat are perfect for your spooky content style. and visually pop in short videos, earn a 12% commission and receive free samples. Let's enchant your audience together. I'm telling you right now, that is better than anything that I could have come up with. It even used like a pumpkin emoji here, all right? Once you've done that, you can write your own, or you can use this AI. Go ahead and hit next. Here, it's going to show me who I was trying to reach out to. And then I can go ahead and add more people from this list. And if I'm happy with it, I just hit send invite. It says message created. And there you have it. It sent those messages, and those people are now literally reviewing on if they want a free bath mat or a coffin shelf that they would make videos for. If I want to make a different invite, I can just hit duplicate right here. Now, if I had added those influencers to my list, that's going to show up here on the left-hand side. And it's basically rinse and repeat. You'll listen in our TikTok training course that, some of our sellers, they suggest, sending out, 50, maybe even 100 a month, depending on how much inventory you have and how much what your goals are. But this is one of the top ways that you can get eyeballs on your product, is getting these influencers to make videos for your products. And remember, this is not about like, oh, how do I know they're going to make a video? You can check that in some of those metrics in the influencer finder. Like, how many videos have they made? Like, what's the odds that they're going to make a video if you send them a free product? So it's not like, oh, I'm going to send out 40 free products and maybe only 3 people make a video. No, like probably most of them are going to make a video. You can't be expecting every single one of those to go viral. But if you send out 50 free samples of a product, the way the TikTok algorithm works, you got to kind of like bank on 1, 2, 3, 4 of those potentially going mini viral or viral. And then now all of a sudden you've got thousands of eyeballs on your product. So again, this is like totally different than how it is on Amazon with pay-per-click. You're not getting pay-per-click on these influencers who make videos, unless you do special kind of advertising. That's a separate conversation, but you're paying the commission, the 10% commission. So consider that like your tacos, right? You're paying the 10% commission, 12%, 15%, whatever you choose, to those affiliates. If somebody who watches their video clicks on your product and buys it, they're going to get that 10, 12, 15, whatever % commission. So guys, this is a feature here that people have been paying hundreds of dollars a month for, because it offers so much more than what you can do in TikTok Seller Center. If you're one of those people paying that, you can stop it now. If you've got the Helium 10 Diamond Plan, you have full access to our TikTok Shop Influencer Messenger. Get started using this, because that is the way you are going to get eyeballs on your product. How to map your TikTok products to your Amazon FBA SKUs. All right. This is a little bit different than the listing conversion that we had talked about earlier. We're now talking about like on the inventory level, so that you can use your multi-channel fulfillment. What is multi-channel fulfillment? That is, you've got inventory in Amazon FBA and you make a sale on another marketplace or yourself or TikTok Shop, right? And instead of you having to ship it, Amazon FBA inventory is where it's shipped from. And then Amazon carriers, be it, USPS, etc., they go ahead and pick, pack, and ship your TikTok Shop order to the customer and then automatically update the tracking to TikTok Shop. So that's what we're going to be talking about, the integration for MCF, so that you do not have to ship any of your TikTok products. If you have inventory in Amazon FBA, that is what is going to be used to ship your TikTok orders. And that includes orders for the free samples. So how do you make sure that the right TikTok Shop product is tied to the right Amazon SKU? You do that by mapping. Let's go ahead and hop in to show you how to do that. Go back at the top of the right, hit your account name in Helium 10 and go back to the connections page. Once you're on the connections page, you go ahead and hit Manage Products Mapping. It should probably show up already as a pop-in window, but if not, you can actually just hit the button Manage Products Mapping right under the TikTok Shop token that you had connected. Now, what I have here are all of my TikTok Shop listings that I had created with my listing converter. And so now what I have to do is I actually have to map which SKU is going to fulfill the orders. And this is important. Now, what I could do is I could hit this button that says Suggest Product Mapping. And so it's going to go ahead and kind of automatically map them. You can do that if you have a lot, like we use this kind of AI that can read your titles and it kind of knows which listings are which. So if you hit start mapping, that'll be pretty fast. But if you're like not, somebody who doesn't trust AI or things like that, you just want to do it one by one. You only have like 3 or 4 listings. Here's all you have to do is just look right here. You click on Amazon SKU, and then you are going to find the same SKU. Now I actually chose the same exact SKUs right here. So it should be pretty easy to find these SKUs. So for example, here's my FBA ghee rack double. I just select it, and then now it is matched. Now this safety stock is something that is important. So a lot of sellers worry sometimes about like, man, what happens if something goes super viral on TikTok Shop and it's taking from my Amazon FBA inventory? What if I run out on Amazon and now I don't have enough to fill my Amazon orders? Well, I'm kind of screwed. That is what the safety stock is for. So what you want to do is say, hey, you know what? Let's say you have 500 units in Amazon and you only want maybe up to 100 units left, and then you want to stop TikTok Shop orders. What you're going to want to do then is put safety stock 100. All right. And the reason is that is saying, all right, take the inventory number from my Amazon FBA inventory. But if I sell 400 units for whatever reason, and there's only 100 left in Amazon, turn off my TikTok Shop listing. That's what the safety stock is saying. So, there's no right or wrong number. You got to, do what works for you. Now, how do you make sure that the inventory is updating so that the safety stock even works? At the top right of the screen, you're going to want to hit Manage My Shop Matching. So make sure that you've got the right TikTok Shop here on your left selected, your right Amazon account that it's going to pull from. Now the shop here button, you've got to turn on, or else, we cannot link your TikTok and Amazon accounts. Now orders, this is an interesting one. Basically, this means that, hey, we are going to go ahead and automatically send your mapped listings from your MCF inventory. This is very important. Listen to that again, guys. If you select orders, it means that if you get a new TikTok Shop order, we are automatically going to pull it from your Amazon FBA inventory and create a multi-channel fulfillment order, MCF order, and we will fulfill that order for you. If it's off, you are going to have to do that manually. All right. The last one is the inventory, to sync your Amazon FBA inventory with your TikTok Shop inventory. That's where that safety stock comes in. So basically we're going to overwrite whatever your TikTok Shop inventory is based on how many is left in this SKU in Amazon. So if for my coffin shelf here, I've got 350 units left, if I select inventory mapping right here, it is going to go ahead and say, hey, there's 350 units left on TikTok Shop as well. Once you're done selecting the different units here, go ahead and hit apply. So now I'm just going to continue mapping some of these units here of inventory. So for example, here is another one, FBA Manny bath mat. So let me go ahead and map that. There we go. And once I've mapped all the ones that I want to, the last step is I hit save right here. And then now everything has been saved successfully, so that now if I get any orders on these products that I just mapped, it is going to pull from this exact SKU, guys. Be very careful here. All right. You could probably screw this up if you're not paying attention. You're just trying to whiz through this. Let's say for my coffin shelf, I accidentally map it to my bath mat. Well, that's going to really mess things up, because it means if somebody orders a coffin shelf on TikTok Shop, it's going to pull from my bath mat inventory. So really make sure you're mapping the right products here. This is only a one-time set it and forget it thing. Once you do that, for now until eternity, your orders will continue to be pulled from that SKU on Amazon until you stop it or unmap it. Another important thing is this last column that says Amazon service. All right. Personally, I suggest using the MCF expedited shipping. You need to check the profitability calculator about what the difference between standard shipping and expedited shipping is, or priority shipping. But basically, it helps to make sure that you keep your TikTok Shop metrics well. You're going to lose a little bit on the profitability, but you have a certain window that you have to deliver to customers in, and you have to get your tracking number up and running to TikTok Shop Usually within 72 hours, the tracking number has to show activity. And then I think it's like 6 days you have to deliver. So if you want to give yourself a better chance to keep perfect metrics, I suggest selecting expedited inventory and then hitting save. But if you're like, you know what, I know that I have MCF all over the country. I have inventory all over the country. I know that I can ship pretty fast. Well, then you might go ahead and take a chance and hit standard shipping. Other than that, the other option is it'll say don't fulfill with Amazon services. That means you do not want Helium 10 to make an MCF order for your product. Now, something very important back in Seller Center is you need to make sure that the right setting in TikTok is set for you to be able to do MCF orders. Where you can do that, right up here, you're going to hit orders, and then you're going to want to see something that says shipping settings. If you don't see something that says shipping settings, hit this button, fulfillment settings. And then from the fulfillment settings page, you're going to see this button called the shipping settings. And you need to make sure that it says seller shipping. All right. That is what is going to help you to have this connection. All right. Otherwise, guys, MCF is not going to work at all. So if you see in your TikTok shop, Seller Center under shipping settings, and it says TikTok shipping, you need to hit the button switch option. And if you hit that, it might tell you have to make a new template. I suggest doing free shipping. So just create the new template. It's a one-time thing. Make sure you select free shipping because that's what's going to look best to the customer, unless you're trying to get, like extra shipping revenue or whatever. And then make sure again that under delivery settings, under shipping settings, it says seller shipping, not TikTok shipping. All right, guys. So that is really going to help you to fulfill your orders. All right. So even if you don't have your products in your own warehouse or your own house, it's okay. Ship it directly from FBA using this Helium 10 integration. And again, this is another thing that people are paying, $20, $50, $100 a month for to have this whole connection going. And we have it here as part of your Helium 10 Diamond package. How to use Amazon MCF to fulfill TikTok shop orders. All right. So we showed you how to get set up and how to map your SKUs, all right, which is important, and how to set it up where MCF is ready to go. But how does it actually work? Let's hop in and let me show you where you can look at that. All right. So in Helium 10, under operations, you're going to want to go and select inventory management. All right. Now we don't have the TikTok in your forecasting yet. That'll be coming soon. But here on the left-hand side, you want to go hit order status. And order status is what takes you to your TikTok shop MCF order kind of like epicenter right here. All right. Maybe you want to look up a certain TikTok order ID, or you want to see, hey, where are all the orders that are new, received, planning, processing, what was canceled? Maybe I want to see all my orders that have a certain quantity to it, or all my orders of a certain, product, et cetera, et cetera. But anything that is going to be in process is going to show up here. Like you can see, I've only got a couple orders. I just opened this TikTok shop. Here is one order that was canceled. I think that this was me. And then right here, I have another order here for $24.97. I think this was for like an egg rack, and it says awaiting shipment. If I wanted to actually see it on TikTok, I hit the view on TikTok button, and it'll take me to that order right here on TikTok shop. All right. And it says right here, awaiting shipment. Okay. So if there is an MCF order status, it would show up here in this column. There's not any right now because, like I said, I just made this order today. If there is action required, like something is wrong, like there's no inventory for a product, or I have to like approve an order or something, I just hit this action required, and then I can go ahead and approve orders or do whatever action that TikTok shop is asking me to do. The in progress orders, that's going to show right here. I have nothing right now to show for that. And then if there's something completed, that would show right here, like any canceled orders are going to show up. Now, if I didn't select the automatic MCF, I would have to manually do that right here on this page. I suggest setting the automatic one by setting either the expedited or the standard, like I showed you guys in the mapping section. But right here, this is where I would have to like take manual action in order to have my MCF go through. Now, here's another one of my TikTok accounts that has a little bit more orders, and you could see how it shows up with like, it actually shows that it was delivered. Like here's an order that was delivered in just 2 days. All right. And there's a button here that says track shipment. So if I hit this track shipment button, it'll take that tracking number and, put it out to whatever kind of like, tracking system, either if it's Amazon or USPS, et cetera. Like you can see here when the order was picked up, here's the tracking ID, et cetera, et cetera. This resubmit to Amazon, if I'm getting worried, like, hey, here's an order that I don't think it created a order in MCF, I can hit this resubmit to Amazon button right here, and it would go ahead and resubmit to try and like make sure to create that order. So the previous video, I showed you how to set up the multi-channel fulfillment. So in this video, the actual actions that you have to take is not much. This is more like a monitoring just to make sure everything's copacetic. And I do suggest checking this at least in the beginning, just until you can like start trusting that Amazon's going to deliver all these orders, and especially check it if you selected the standard shipping under in the previous strategy. We talked about how to set the mapping and choosing standard versus the priority shipping. If you're trying to be cheap and do standard, really take a look at this tracking to make sure that you are hitting that delivery window. But if everything's good, then it's kind of like a set it and forget it. Like you did everything in the other strategies, and there's not even much to do here on this aspect of the MCF. So guys, that's it. That's like all the strategies we have now. We are adding stuff like literally every single day to our TikTok shop offering. Me personally, I'm new to TikTok shop. So like, I don't know everything that a TikTok shop seller might need. What is there, guys, out there that we have not done yet? Make sure to submit a ticket to Helium 10 and let us know. Say, hey, customer support, I really love this aspect, but you know what? This part was broken for me. These are brand new tools, guys, that we just literally did right now. If you, just like with anything else, if you see any bugs at all or any problems with it, please let our 24/7 customer support know what we can do to fix, how we can fix it for you. In addition, if there's new features that was not covered in any of our TikTok shop strategies that I've been giving today, let us know what you like. Every single thing that we have talked about throughout these strategies, where did they come from? Definitely not me, because I wasn't selling on TikTok shop more than a few weeks ago. It came from you guys, the existing TikTok shop sellers out there. So make sure your token is connected, guys. If you don't have a diamond plan on Helium 10, upgrade to the diamond. You can see how easily you can make this money back just with a few sales here. I really wish you guys the best of success in your TikTok shop journey, and we'll see you in the next Seller Strategy Masterclass.
Thinking about selling on TikTok Shop? Or maybe you are already in it and you're ready to scale. Unlock all of Helium 10's brand new TikTok Shop tools with our Diamond Plan. Everything from bulk Amazon to TikTok listing conversions to instant Amazon MCF fulfillment. Best of all, you use the code TT10 to get 10% off Diamond for 6 months, even if you've used a coupon before. So go ahead and upgrade and let Helium 10 do all the heavy lifting for you, so you can focus on what really matters. For more info on our new TikTok shop offerings, visit h10.me/TikTok. I'll see you there.